Let's take a listen at this one.
Thank you. As I listen to the witnesses answer questions today, I'm struck by the truly breathtaking amount of fraud, the scope and scale perpetrated against the American people by Somalians in Minnesota, screeching Democrats, like you just heard, at our witnesses. Democrats on this committee don't want to talk about Minnesota fraud because Minnesota fraud is Democrat fraud. You're going to make a great host on MSNBC. You're going to be great. And this is a cover-up. I mean, the very definition of cover-up. And so while we're still trying to understand the scale of the fraud, it appears that the amount of fraud we are talking about could exceed the size of GDP in Somalia, the size of its economy is what we're talking about. So let that sink in, the amount of fraud we're talking about. My first question is this, Mr. Balyu, this afternoon. Should Somalians in Minnesota be required to speak English, their citizens?
Wow.
One,
Yes or no? Should they be required to speak English if they're American citizens?
I think that question's really inappropriate.
Should they? It's not inappropriate. This is the United States of America. Do you speak English? Should Americans speak English? Citizens speak English? Yes or no?
Point of inquiry, is English the official language of the United States? It's a question I
Mr. Chairman, I'm being interrupted again by another.
That's not a valid parliamentary inquiry.
I would like to
Is
reclaim
that
my
a
time,
citizenship
Mr. Chairman.
requirement?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to reclaim my time.
She's
that
asking
seems
the
to be
witness.
a popular
She's
theme
asking
today.
That's not a valid inquiry.
It's a
Stop
point of
the
inquiry.
clock.
Women
That's
have
not
a right to
valid
speak in
inquiry.
this committee. Conservative
She's
women have the right to
asking-
speak
she's
here
asking
and
the
not be
witness something.
interrupted by my male
Citizenship
colleagues.
requirements.
already got
Mr.
that
Chairman.
Answering
MSNBC
the witness.
slot.
I would
Chair
like to
recognizes
reclaim
Miss
my
Mace.
time.
That is complete chaos at this hearing.
I lost like 10 seconds there.
Okay, we'll give you 10 seconds.
Okay, my next question is, should Somalians who committed fraud be denaturalized and deported, Mr. Balyu?
Again,
Yes
I'm not
or
sure
no?
that's an appropriate question because the majority of Somali
So if you
Minnesotans
commit
are
fraud in
citizens.
this country and you are here from Somalia, you don't believe they should be denaturalized and deported? How
Again,
much
most-
fraud would it take for you to
Wow.
want to denaturalize and deport someone who committed fraud in this country? How much?
Again,
A
Ms.
billion?
Mace,
9 billion? 19 billion? What would it take for you?
most Somali Minnesotans are citizens.
Right. And the ones that committed fraud, the question was, if you understand English, should be those who committed fraud, should they be denaturalized and deported? The Somalians who are here, the ones that can't speak English.
Yeah, so under U.S. law...
Okay, my next question for
Excuse me,
you
can I please finish the
is,
question?
no, you can't because you're not answering the question. My next question is, this is yes or no. If you marry your brother and you commit immigration fraud, should you be denaturalized and deported? If you commit immigration fraud, yes or no?
Again, that question seems really inappropriate. And if I can get
Well, you
back to your
can't answer
question...
my question, so that's probably more inappropriate. Can you name
Well,
one?
why they don't investigate Ilhan Omar if she married her brother? I mean, Republicans, they have all the tools, everything they need, all the resources to find out if she did come to USA by showing she married her brother. I don't know why she's asking that question. It needs to be investigated right off the bat.
One significant contribution to Minnesota from a Somali immigrant who can't speak English.
Absolutely, yes. But again, this is...
You didn't name one. All right, so my next questions are going to be for the Honorable Ms. Robbins. Good afternoon. Thank you for
Okay, I have never seen something like this. Like she's asking a question, but then not waiting for an answer because she already knows the answer. So what's the point of being there?
for being here today. I heard some discussion earlier about Al-Shabaab and the discovery that you believe some of this money that was defrauded the U.S. government went to Al-Shabaab. Is that correct? Did I hear that right?
Yes, it's been proven.
How much money are we talking about?
You know, we don't have an amount. So there's been specific cases where it's been charged where we have an amount, but then of the millions that go to Somali over the years in remittances, a portion of that we understand is taken as sort of a tax or corruption by Al-Shabaab when it enters the country.
Can you explain to us who Al-Shabaab is?
It's a terrorist organization in Somalia.
And they're affiliated with Al-Qaeda, is that right?
My understanding is they are.
I am on the DNI website where it tells me that since 2014, Al-Shabaab has killed more U.S. citizens than any other Al-Qaeda affiliate. And as of 2025, Al-Shabaab, this group is Al-Qaeda's wealthiest component. Can you believe that?
Yes.
And that American tax dollars through Minnesota, through Governor Tim Walz, who shamefully had to resign from his reelection the other day. Thank you to the young YouTuber Nick Shirley. This is the kind of thing that was happening in Minnesota. So I praise the Republicans who are here today from the Minnesota State Legislature exposing this fraud. And then, Ms. Robbins, when do you think Tim Walz became aware of the fraud?
Yeah, I mean, Tim Walz, he did not accept any of those fraud allegations. That's what I understand. But here she is accusing him of accepting that allegation, which is absolutely not true.
I think he's been aware of it since the beginning. This was a huge issue in our state in the year he ran for governor, and the OLA reports came out, first identifying the child care fraud in March and April of 2019 when he was in the first months of his term.
Was Keith Ellison in on it too, knowledgeable, the Catholic turned Muslim guy in Minnesota?
Yes, they were all newly in office, and this was very public knowledge in Minnesota.
What role do you think Tim Walz and Keith Ellison played, his administration, in delaying investigations into the fraud?
So I've outlined several things where they stopped our ability to strengthen internal controls, and they also shut down the criminal investigations by the OIG in DHS.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back. I do have two articles, Mr. Chairman, that I would like to ask.
Proceed.
Okay, I mean, a lot of things that she said, to me at least, doesn't make any sense. But here you have Nancy Mace sparring with a damn witness. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the Somalia fraud and all that.